Oh. You thought you were done.
No, shoot, no, we can make this a two-parter.
Well, we're going to have to.
Yeah, you already did 30 minutes.
It's like, what? I didn't know I was on a timeline.
No, you always want to know how long it's been, so I'm like, okay, I'm letting you know 20, 25, 30. Because he's always like, how long have we been going for?
Step right up, got tickets on sale, and today's episode, trains coming off the rails.
And we're up. Boom. Don't ask me what episode it is, because
This would be episode 8.
Will be episode 8?
Or is it episode 7, part 2?
Or 7.
You decide.
So true. I can't keep up, man. We've been having so much fun.
It's been a blast, man.
But hang on. You're missing something.
I am missing something. Excuse me.
Good. This make a good spot for me to roll the intro. It's like every episode you have to do this. It's like
You can't not.
no, it's like
Got to. I started a thing.
it's like the signature beginning.
It does make it a little easier.
True. All right. Episode 8 or
7.5 or 8.
7.5 or 8. Depends on how you look at this.
Yeah.
So, last episode, you got to talk to Alan.
Yes. Got to talk to Alan.
And
We talked a little motorcycle safety.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I sat back there and laughed.
And you sat back there and laughed about it.
Because,
You know what I mean? We talked about that. We talked about Code 3 Fitness.
yes, I got challenged. Oh,
You-
no. Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Not yet, you haven't.
I wanted to cut that out.
This is professional TV 101. Remember what you shot.
Whoop. Whoop. Wanted to cut that out there.
Yeah. So, we talked about Code 3 Fitness and, like we talked about before. Alan's, he's just such a great guy, so articulate, to say the least.
Yeah, you had a lot of great information.
Yep.
If you didn't see it, go back and watch it. You really need to watch it before you watch mine because there's a lot of jokes to play off.
That is correct.
Because
If you're watching this and you haven't seen the last one, go back and watch the last one.
yeah,
For sure.
because you won't understand some of the jokes.
Yeah.
Because I found out Alan and you are very safe riders, and I should be the poster child of the motorcycle safety class.
Maybe we can get a hold of somebody, see if they can make a poster with you on it for the motorcycle safety stuff.
Maybe we could do an episode
At the motorcycle safety.
Yeah,
Yes. I think we might have to see if we can work something. That'd be pretty funny.
that would.
That'd actually be fun. That'd be real fun. On location shooting. I think that's going to be some future coming episodes here. So I think that'll be a blast too.
We got a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah, we do.
And riding season really isn't around here. Hasn't really kicked off. It's just starting to. But
If it'll ever quit raining.
well, it's
Good Lord.
expected, man.
Yeah. It's been really rainy the last couple of weeks.
Wow.
If you guys have missed us, it's not for the lack of not doing stuff. It's the fact that we've been doing so much stuff. Getting it broadcasted out here has been a challenge, to say the least.
Yes, it has.
But the season is upon us, and there's going to be excellent stuff at hand. So make sure that you are following us on all of our social media channels: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok,
YouTube, because even though the way our schedule for the podcast is going, I'm dropping a lot of our ride videos over on YouTube so they can keep up. Just because we don't have the podcast going, we got the other videos going. So
yeah. Just because you don't see us someplace, don't forget you'll find us other places.
Exactly.
We're everywhere.
Yeah.
So be everywhere.
So
if you'll enjoy it.
So once again, this is Motorcycle Safety Month.
Yes, it is.
That's why Alan
all month long.
That's why we had Alan here. Do you have any safety tips for our safety corner?
And I really feel like Safety Corner is one of those things where this month, all month is Safety Corner. So I really feel like I want to just push it back out there to Alan again and let Alan be the voice of safety for this month.
Well, let's do that. But before we do that, I'm going to throw in here a promo again for our people from Organized Shit Show.
Oh yes, love those guys, man. Awesome crew.
I keep talking to them more. They're awesome crew, and they're doing great things helping veterans out there. So,
yep.
So before we get back to Alan and me,
yep,
let's go watch you with the Organized Shit Show.
Oh, this should be good. What's up, Rollin Throttle family? I got a great product for you guys today. This was sent over to us from our friends at Organized Shit Show, makers of some pretty cool stuff. And one thing that they have is this motorcycle sunshade. Goes over your handlebars, covers your seat, helps keep the seat cool in the summer, help keep the dew off of it if you're stopping somewhere overnight up in the mountains or somewhere where it's a little dewy out. So we're going to take a look at this and see what we got. Comes in a nice, convenient little bag to store in your saddlebag. So, like I said, just on the initial to look at it here, good quality construction, nice and stretchy. We're going to put this on a bike and we'll give you a shot and let you see what it looks like once we get it put on. All right, so I'm going to show you how to install the sunshade. Pretty simple. Over the handlebars, stretch it down over the back, clip it down. Quick and easy. Take your shade. It's nice and soft. It won't scratch your bike. Bring it up over your handlebars. It's got some elastic on it here. Bring it back down across the back. Just pull it down over your rear lights. And then it's got these little clips. You just pull them down here to whatever attachment point on your bike you want to put them on. And just like that, it's on. It's done. Seems like it's pretty fair, easy to throw up.
Bike was inside garage at an initial starting temp 76 degrees. It was moved outside and cover was installed. Outside conditions, ambient air temp of 82 degrees. Sky is clear and sunny. Cover was installed for 30 minutes in direct sunlight. Ambient surface temp was 98 degrees on ground. Ambient surface temp of bike 120 degrees. Seat temp with shade installed 99 to 102 degrees. Checked at multiple locations. Shade was removed and bike sat in. Direct sunlight for 30 minutes. Seat temp without shade is 138 to 140 degrees.
All right. And we're back.
Yeah. So this is playing our. Yeah.
You know what? You know what's really crazy? It's like you see that, and it was really weird. One day I was just sitting at work. I was flipping through stuff on my phone, and their OSS's promo stuff come up, and I was just flipping through it, and I was like, "Oh my God!" I said, "That's me." I was like, "Holy crap! I'm there on somebody else's thing," and it was yeah, it was really weird. It was a very trippy moment for me. Thank you guys for doing that. It's awesome. And we really enjoy working with you all. We really do. So please, anything else you all got, send it our way because we're loving it.
Well, I have talked to them.
Oh, what you got?
I'm not going to tell them.
Oh,
I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to let it show up and we're going to be surprised.
Oh, I'm excited. I think I got an idea. I'm going to be really excited for this.
You may or may not.
I may or may not.
Because they just hit me up this morning. We were talking this morning and.
Nice. Okay.
So, but people don't need to forget, Rollin 20, they get 20% off.
Yes. Rollin 20. Go to OSS and put in that code.
Yeah. OrganizedSS.com.
OrganizedSS.com. That's terrible. Like I completely had a brain.
I got you.
I completely had a brain.
That's why we're a team. I got you.
Yeah.
I forget stuff. You got me. That's why we're a team.
It's tough. Like, it's, sometimes I don't think people realize it. It's like, because we don't script any of this shit.
No.
So it's like right before we sit down, it's like I have in my brain everything that we're going to talk about. And then we get into it and something shifts in a direction that I wasn't anticipating it to go. And I completely forget what I was going to talk about.
That's right. That's why it works. You put the plan in your head. I throw it off the rails.
yeah, that's definitely the fucking truth right there. Yeah, we go off the rails sometimes, but in a good, fun way. And that's what's cool about it. That's what I hope everybody likes watching, man.
And if you got
watching, listening, whatever you're doing.
Or if you got any comments or suggestions, let us know. But I did get a suggestion.
What'd you get?
I want to see if these guys agree.
Okay.
Here. I got suggested they love the content and everything, but when we get into our technical side or products or talking on things,
okay,
we need to be a little more detailed.
Oh, okay, more detail.
Yeah,
we appreciate the heads up. We'll give you all the detail you want.
Actually, I understand where they're coming from because this person listens to it.
Okay.
So, they're not watching the video.
Right.
So, be a little more descriptive about what we're talking about. And,
fair enough. Fair enough.
Try to be a storyteller.
I don't think there's very many shows that will do their critique themselves on air the way we do there.
We're just two guys in a garage.
It's just a conversation at the end of the day is all it is.
Pretty much.
Maybe one of these days we'll upgrade. We'll have like an air conditioner in this garage.
Or a heater. Because when we started out, we were freezing.
Yeah.
At first,
when we started out, it was like 15 degrees outside. Now we're about to 80-degree days. And like after sitting out here for about 45 minutes, you start sweating.
Yeah.
That's
right. We're sweating. Sweating for you.
Sweating for you. maybe that's a good way to lose weight.
Ooh. Maybe.
But
on the other side, I've had people that have talked to me. They love it. And the funny thing is, they catch yourself wanting to interject into the podcast. I'm like, that's what the comment section for. Just go ahead.
Yep. Throw it in there.
Throw it in the comment section.
Heck yeah. That's what we want. That's the interactions that we want.
Yeah.
Your interactions help us to get better at what we do.
Right. I want it to be a place where people can come together and talk to each other and talk to us.
This show is an open running dialogue.
Pretty much.
Which is exactly what we want it to be. So thank you.
Well, all right. So if you watched the last episode, you got all that great information with me laughing in the background. And you're about to find out why. But there is a couple great points. Like me and him have a couple awesome moments together in this interview.
Yep.
So watch it. Enjoy it. Don't turn it off. Wait till the end. We'll be back after this.
So if you pay attention to the last episode with the part of Jason,
I wanted to add something in there.
Go ahead.
Well, you cut me. Okay, hold on.
I can cut this back.
I got you. So we were talking about it in the last episode, but I also want for anybody who may be just joining in, like I said, we would like for you to go back and watch the previous episode. Alan's a great guy, but I want to also touch on his business real quick again too. Code 3 Fitness. It's up in Nitro for all of our local listening and viewing audience. He's got a great gym up there, man. He's out there to help first responders. Alan's just doing some really good stuff. So anybody who's on that fitness trail or thinking about, hey, you know what? I'd like to go someplace, just a good old little local gym, nothing big and fancy, just to meet some friends and work out and get my fitness on. Go check out Code 3 Fitness. You won't be sorry.
Okay. Can I go to my interview now?
You can go do your interview now.
All right, here we go.
All right, go.
And they were going all over everything. And you picked up a thing called the ladder wrist.
Yeah.
Every rung's a different wrist. And I was just laughing because, well, with me and my wife, apparently we're on a 20-foot ladder. Because everything you said don't do, and I'm like, yep, that's what we do. But earlier we got into this about what we like to do, stunt riding, drifting, all that. And you made a good point a lot of people don't know about is it's actually controlled chaos.
100%. It's 100% controlled chaos.
And it's using a lot of skills that you learn in the advanced courses. If you go into advanced courses of riding and everything else with controlled skids and everything. It's exactly what we're doing. We're just taking it to another level that's more of a show than it is an actual skill in a situation.
Yeah, I mean, I think if somebody's abilities, riding skills, allows them to be able to do any of that, right, at a certain level, because realistically, sooner or later, you're going to hit a gravel patch going around a turn. Sooner or later, that back tire is going to skid out. Sooner or later, you're going to lose traction.
Yep.
It's given. It's 100% given. But if you already have some muscle memory by practicing this in a controlled environment, a controlled chaos, that will allow you to not panic, do what you need to do, because you've already felt that before, and you can get out of it.
Exactly. But the key word there is a controlled environment.
Yes.
Because I can't speak for everybody, but a large part of the community that we're in, they see us in public doing stuff, but it's because we have spent hours and hours and hours in a controlled environment learning how to do it. We're not just like, oh, I'm going to go try to do this in the middle of the street with a bunch of people around a bunch of cars. We've already spent that time learning. Same way, like, people love watching the moto cops courses and everything. That's a lot of hours of practice and practice in a controlled environment. But, okay, risk. Okay. Let's go back to risk.
Let's talk about risk.
Let's go back to risk. Let's go back to risk. Just remember, no face, no case. That's why I like
No face, no case.
So you said a whole thing about riding with your significant other. All right?
Mm-hmm.
I did that. It was a struggle because, you know, it's different when somebody's getting on to you, trying to teach you. You know, like when you're growing up, your dad says something, you're like, yeah, forget that. Somebody else can say the same thing. You're like, oh, okay. And you're like, what in the world's going on? I feel like that's kind of the same relationship you get into with.
Yeah, I think sometimes, I mean, again, if a person's able to step back, right, and not be a spouse.
Right.
And be able to be a coach, you can coach anybody. The thing is, like, there have been so many times people came to the motorcycle safety classes saying that, well, my husband's rode for 30 years and he's trying to teach me this.
Right.
And we just get into arguments. Normally, that's what happens. They get into arguments because they don't know how to, they don't have that space. They don't have that respect for each other to be very calm and collective and be patient.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course you do.
Okay, my favorite saying to my wife was like, ride the damn thing. And she's like, I am.
Right. But she was direct.
Yeah.
But I think there's just a point that you have to understand that there might be something else better to guide somebody, possibly.
And that's why I wanted to bring it up, because my problem was, it wasn't I couldn't teach her or we couldn't communicate, is I had a lot of fear. I had a lot of fear as a spouse watching her do it. And it's that control thing, though. I have a lot of experience. If something goes wrong, she does not. And now she's doing something that kind of because I got her into it.
Yes.
So basically, I'm the one pushing her into something that could get her hurt.
Yeah. So you're already going into this with high anxiety.
Yeah.
Very high anxiety. And, you know, with high anxiety, it's hard to make the best decisions sometimes because we're so elevated.
Yep.
With somebody else might not have the anxiety going into it. I ain't saying they don't want bad things to happen, but the anxiety level is lower, so the communication is easier to communicate.
Right.
So.
And the other thing is about picking the right motorcycle. So you shouldn't get them on a bigger motorcycle, build the motor, and then say, here, do it.
build a motor.
Because it happened. It happened.
So, you know, again, if we're looking at what do we want from a rider? Well, first of all, what do we want from the riding community? We want more people to ride.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really what it comes down to. No matter what they want to ride, we want to see more bikes on the road. That's what we should be promoting, is getting more bikes, the bigger community, you know, everybody just enjoying the ride, right?
Yep.
That's the biggest thing. Enjoy the ride. And when we're looking at trying to like fix or put the rider with the bike, we need to be looking at 10 years down the road. even though they might go through 3 bikes in 10 years, they'll be there in 10 years.
So I do that as my occupation. That's how I looked at it.
Yeah.
As a spouse, it was a different story.
It's tough, man. It's tough, ain't it? It's very tough to separate that dynamic that we have sometimes as a married couple.
Yep.
It's very tough, and that's why I say a lot of times, it's best to try to step out of that if we can and just provide information. But it's tough. I know a lot of times me and my wife will be in a conversation, and I could probably have it with anybody else, but then our conversation ends up getting a little bit more escalated because there's emotions involved at that point. So,
yeah. So, okay, yeah, that happens. All right,
it happens.
Yeah. I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. You guys were going through all this stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, yep, I did that. Yep, we do that. Yep, yep. I'm like, wow, we are like standing on top of the ladder.
Yeah, but as long as you identify it, though, as long as you identify those, and you might be able to ride with your skill set at the top of the ladder every day with your skill set. But maybe your ladder is 20 feet and somebody else's is 6 feet. You know what I'm saying?
So we're looking at that ladder, and we're looking at mental health, right? Mm-hmm. I honestly contribute a lot of it together for me because of my deployments, of stuff I've seen in the fire service. And it's not until recently I backed off. It's almost I was chasing
adrenaline.
Yep, that adrenaline.
Chasing adrenaline.
Yep.
Yeah. Did you get that adrenaline drop from the ride?
I didn't feel like I was enjoying the ride unless I was right there on that edge. Like,
yeah. That's a tough one, man. Honestly, it's tough. And that's where I would probably have to just refer out to a professional when it comes to that. Because honestly, here's the deal. We want to enjoy the ride. But if we can't enjoy the ride because we're always chasing that adrenaline, are we really enjoying the ride? And if we're riding in a pack and we're trying to chase that adrenaline, what are we creating behind us?
So what helped that?
That's tough.
What helped that was me getting more involved in the community and creating a community, and that got me back off to where my enjoyment coming in and getting other people into it.
Yes.
So it backed me off of what I was chasing because I didn't want to get these people hurt. And then my enjoyment turned more of getting those new people into it, enjoying the ride.
So you basically just took what you had and you just shifted it over here.
Right.
And, dude, that's awesome.
And it's a lot less risk.
Yeah. And again, it goes back to our job is to try to recruit more riders. I mean, that's more riders going to be safe and go out there and enjoy the ride. But, just the other day, I was on 64 West going 64 West going down. I was passing across lanes, man. I seen this guy on a cruiser. I can't even tell what type of bike it was. It was going by me so fast. Weaving in and out of traffic. I mean, thread and needle in it. It wasn't any bike that I see right here. But it was...
If it was black,
it was not black.
Okay.
But it was going to the point of I felt uncomfortable watching it.
Yeah.
And I've been riding street bikes since I was 16. So we got 30 years of street bike experience, and I felt like this guy was just going to die right in front of me. And why are we making these decisions out here? And that's the stuff that kind of gives us a bad name.
It is.
Those sporadic incidents out on the main road with these types of bikes gives us the bad name.
I apologize.
Wasn't a bike I see in here.
Well, sometimes I do that. Sometimes I just get in a mood, like, right to the edge.
Can't do it, man.
I know.
I can't let you do it, man. I just can't let you do it anymore.
That's why I got the big build bike.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this bike wasn't that big.
But, so, I made that mistake. I want to go to this. Because I want people to see where I'm at, the mistakes, like, hey, we need to calm this down a little bit here. The flip-flops.
Flip-flops.
And there's no allegedly. There is footage out there of me in flip-flops and burnouts.
Okay.
And shorts. No eye protection. No helmet.
Why were we doing that?
Well, let's just say it wasn't my motorcycles.
Okay, well that's a good thing.
And people wanted to show. And customers wanted to know if the motorcycle would do it, and they didn't have the skill level to do it. So they said, here's my keys.
Uh-huh.
And then that turned into another customer like, here's my keys. And then, like 4 bikes later, we're kicked out of the place. I told you I'm a hooligan.
Was it a good place though?
Nah.
See,
We found a better place.
you didn't lose anything.
No.
You didn't lose anything.
No. He's back there.
Now you didn't ride from place to place on your flip flops, did you?
Oh no, I was in the parking lot putting the show on.
Okay.
And then I got into the truck and drove home.
Okay. See, that's not bad.
I will not drive down the
So
road.
really, you was more or less stationary in flip flops at that time. A little burnout, not nothing major.
Well, define stationary. Like stationary within like 100 feet radius.
A parking lot.
Yeah, we're in the parking lot.
Okay.
All right. I'm not doing like 80 mile an hour down the interstate.
Yeah. So if you lose your flip flop, you can go back and get it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, you're fine, man.
Yeah. It wasn't until the asphalt started peeling up because of the heat that I was putting down. That's when they started having a problem.
You should. Did they make you pay?
No, they just kicked us out.
Well, that's all right.
Why? That was the most business they had all night.
Are they still around?
Yeah.
Well, have you went back?
No.
There you go. They lost a lot of money then, didn't they?
Yeah.
that's bad marketing on their end. You were just trying to bring something new to the show, and they didn't capitalize on it.
Well, all my friends over there, that's what we got to know for in that area. And all these big places be like, hey, we're doing a bike night. Will you guys come? Can we put your logo up and saying you're coming? Because it would draw a crowd because people knew what was going to happen.
Right.
We were going to put on a show. There was tires burnt down, bikes going everywhere. And not everybody can do it, but they love to watch it.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like some businesses lost revenue.
I know. Like the Iron Horse when we had 6 wide. Oh, yeah.
That'd been great to see, man.
Yeah. They
You
got
got any videos of this?
Yes.
I'll have to send that to me.
Yeah. Yeah. It was. We had the bikes facing each other. Well, first it started. One dude started on burnout, and then we're like, oh, add another one. Then we just kept adding, and then my buddy, he only has one leg, and he drifts, and then next thing you know, we're burning the tires off, and he's drifting around the outside of us as we're burning the tires off of it.
Only has one leg.
Yeah.
Is he wearing flip flops on the other side, or what?
No, he's got a sneaker on.
Okay, sneaker, Skechers.
Yeah, sometimes he don't even wear it when he drifts. It's good. It's
Okay. That sounds like a good show, man. Honestly, I would go and watch that.
It is a good show.
I would 100% go and watch that.
But people don't realize every Sunday we were at the stunt lot. That's where we make our mistakes. That's where we were crashing the bikes. And those guys that I'm around, I could never get to the level they're at.
Yeah.
Like the one-legged guy I was telling you, literally, he keeps pushing the limit to one day he had a woman on his shoulders while he was drifting. And then we added the Corvette into it.
Hold on, I'm still trying to picture this. How she's facing the same way he's facing?
Like, how you put your kid on your shoulders?
Mm-hmm.
He put her up on the shoulders.
Safety 101.
That sounds wonderful.
When we were at, that's why you think I was back there when you talk about this. I was like, oh well.
Yeah, y'all's risk factor is pretty about 12 out of 10 there. I mean, it's your risk factor is high.
I told you we're like on a 20-foot ladder on the top of it.
Yeah. I mean, you've exceeded most people's ever.
That's why.
I mean, it's done. Like you've actually created a whole new scale. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, pretty much. If you meet my friends, yeah, you would, yeah.
I'm going to have to meet your friends.
Yeah.
I think I need to just sit back and watch this. I'm not going to do anything.
But you can watch.
But I've lost my edge. But if you would have caught me about 30 years ago,
you'd be getting on there with us.
I've been right there.
Been
right there.
Yeah.
Been on a sport bike though 30 years ago.
Well, we got them out there too.
Yeah.
And the Grimes.
So 30 years ago, I was doing a lot of stuff that I probably shouldn't have been doing.
Yeah.
I don't know, 28, right? But anyways, There's no way I could do that stuff now. I've lost my edge.
I just think that guy's like around my age doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've lost my edge.
But another thing is, you talk about fitness. People don't realize how fit you got to be to do that stuff. To throw those big bikes around, to control all that weight.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Man, if you think about it though, even just general riding long distance,
Oh yeah.
you have to be in good shape.
Mm-hmm.
Especially upper body, right? Your shoulders, sometimes your abdominal area has to be uptight. I mean, arms, back, everything, even your neck, man. I mean, full face helmet, that's not light.
For me, it was a lot of core.
Yeah.
A lot of core, because my wife and I, we like to smash mouths, like do stupid long trips.
Mm-hmm.
We did 10,000 miles in 23 days one time.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing.
That's like,
Yeah.
it was more of core, because the way my bike was set up, it was more of a core thing. But yeah, people don't realize how much shape you got to be. It's not Billy Bob at Bike Night that thinks he can do burnouts.
Yeah.
Well, what? Hang on, what? I can't read. Oh, the Rollin Cold 1000. Yeah, we got.
We've got to get bigger cue cards.
We gotta get bigger cue cards over here. Yeah, me and my wonderful ideas. This was before I found out my condition. Was sitting in the office, and I love to do stupid mile trips, like push the limits, see how far we can push ourselves. Like one time we did 1,400 miles in a day. Just this.
Oh my God, man, that's crazy distance.
Yeah.
I cannot even imagine 1,400.
That's why I was laughing about losing the shifter, because we were coming through Dallas about a few miles over the speed limit.
Yeah, I'm doing the math.
Yeah.
So I'm doing the math. I know how long it takes to drive about 550 miles in a car, a bit over the speed limit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing this math in my head.
Yeah, triple digits.
Yeah. Yeah. I've already figured that one out.
Triple digits. Yeah. And I go to shift, and the shifter's like, I'm like, oh. Luckily, I put my foot down when I did, because I caught the shifter from coming off, reached down, grabbed it, handed it off, and said, hold this until we stopped. And I just weaved traffic and kept going until we finally stopped, and then I took it back and then downshifted. And she's got a video of her just back there like, what in the world, holding the shifter as we're flying through Dallas. But hey, they're great memories.
Yeah.
I told you we're the complete opposite of each other.
Right. Well, I mean, not really. I mean, there's bikes sitting in here. Not complete opposite.
Riding style.
Riding style might be different.
Riding styles completely opposite.
Riding styles might be different.
Jason will make it there.
I'll get there.
We have a higher risk factor of us making it there.
Yeah. You're just a little bit higher on the ladder.
Yeah.
Actually, you bring your own ladder.
Yeah. Yeah.
You bring
My ladder's short at 6 feet.
you bring your own ladder, man. You modified it. You got, overhauled that a bit.
But what people don't realize is how much time I've taken to hone the skills. Not saying it's still like not crazy to do stuff I do, but it's not. I didn't do this 20 years ago when I was riding a motorcycle. I've taken advanced courses. I got into drift. I got into the stunt stuff, learning and being different riding styles, and just kept working at it. And people are like, well, you need, like you guys, we were talking earlier about, you need to do a school. The problem is a lot of my stuff is just muscle memory.
Yes.
I can't explain it. I can't explain what I see. My body's just naturally doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that's where a lot of communication needs to occur, because, again, we talked about controlled chaos in the beginning, and that's what it is. I mean, it looks like chaos from everybody else who's standing behind the fence line, right?
Right.
But in your mind, it's not chaos at all. It's just a rehearsal.
Yeah.
You've already done it. You're just going through the things. Again, something could happen. Something can happen. Might be a piece of gravel you didn't see or whatnot that was on the surface. So things can still come up. But honestly, you've practiced and rehearsed it so much that it's almost second nature to you.
Yep.
So I think that's what a lot of people need to understand, is because just because they go out there and see professionals doing stuff like this, that they think they can go out and do it in 2 years or a year after they get their bike. And there's no way that's going to happen.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah, I watch people that way better than I'll ever think about becoming, and just have a lot of respect because I know how much skill it takes to do what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I laugh at the comments when people trash talk. I'm like, dude, you couldn't even do half of what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Like, you don't realize what it takes. But that was the big thing. I just wanted to talk to you because I was just back there laughing. Just you guys were going over it. I'm just like, yep.
Yeah.
I'm like the poster child of everything not to do over here.
Well, at least you identified those early on today. So at least maybe we can work on taking down one notch, or at least relocating something from here to there a little bit.
Well, that's why they call me Hells. Hells on two wheels.
That's what they went.
We even got our own little hand signal. When I give it, that means for the rest of the pack to just stay where they're at because I'm about to go do something.
The light switch split. Didn't it? Yep.
Allegedly, there is a time that I raced a Lamborghini through Orlando. Orlando, Mexico? Yeah, that's
Orlando,
right. Mexico.
So, if that did happen, what would have the outcome been?
You'd be surprised. It was dead nuts.
Really?
And allegedly that dude had it in 6th gear, full pin to the throttle, and to the point that the Lamborghini got off and it was like, mad respect. I've never seen a Harley do that.
Yeah.
He couldn't believe that Harley did that. And allegedly that went on for like 15 miles.
Which took you about what?
In Mexico.
So 15 miles took you about a minute, right?
Allegedly.
A minute ride.
Allegedly, the speedometer hit 174.
How did that feel if you think you would have been at 174? What do you think that would feel like?
I would never do it.
Let me ask you this. You know, when we're talking about speed, let's talk about speed for a second. Do you feel like if you go between 125 and 165, there's that much of a difference in how it feels when you're on the bike?
So this might sound crazy to you and the people listening. It slows down.
Does, doesn't it?
Yes.
It's crazy, ain't it?
It's like what's the best way to explain this? Like everything gets so clear and slows down.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And if I would ever been there, it was like up to 120, 125, 130 felt fast, but anything after that, it felt like it slowed down every time I got faster.
Yep.
That is absolutely crazy, ain't it?
I mean,
it's almost like you hit a time warp or something.
Yeah, it's almost like or you just people call it zero gravity. It's like zero travel.
Yeah.
Like everything's just.
You're just waiting for a UFO to come down and get you.
Yeah.
Like, here we go. I'm going to be abducted.
Yeah.
Everything's slowing down.
Even though you realize how fast you're going, but visually it doesn't seem like you're going that fast.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you don't even realize how fast you're going because you're trying to grab another gear. Because there's a reason you're going that fast. And then you can't grab another gear, and then you realize you're already redlining. And you can't grab another gear. And then you realize how fast you're going.
Well, allegedly, this was 6th gear, and the bike never redlined.
Oh. Allegedly, I was told that a Gixxer 750, a 96 model, would get about 164, and then that was it. That was a top speed.
Yeah.
That was it.
It's crazy how these myths just run around.
I know, man. It's just people's always talking stuff. These rumors floats around everywhere. That's just what I hear.
Yeah. Yeah. Harleys aren't fast. Harleys can't take curves. Da, 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 da.
Well,
people with one arms. He needs to go to your gym because apparently his shoulder hurts.
Oh, yeah. He's got a little boo-boo.
Yeah.
A little boo-boo. Is it left or right?
I don't know.
Oh, that's his clutch. It's his clutch shoulder.
Exactly.
Oh, it's his clutch shoulder?
Yeah.
I had to call it that day.
Yeah.
He had to call in?
I had to call it that day.
Oh.
He had to call it in, even though it was his idea what we were going to do. And as we're passing him, because his shoulder hurts, to go do what his idea was.
Oh, my gosh, man.
You got to know when to call it. That's part of that safety.
I told
taking myself off that ladder.
I told him he could. I'm like, we were only like 20 minutes away. You could have just sat there, put the camera up. You didn't have to run. You could at least sat there.
So I say what has happened is, I mean, there's certain aspects with your background that you're a little bit maybe mentally tougher than other people.
I can see
that. Maybe you can like go through a little bit more pain possibly than other people that doesn't affect you as much.
So actually, you say that when it comes to long distance riding, between being tired and pain, there is a point to where, for me, it just like it hurts so bad, then eventually it's gone.
It's because you're numb. It's called a numbing effect.
Like I'm wide awake and everything's just.
There's a numbing effect, and then you hit that spot in your brain that there's nothing.
Right.
There's nothing there, man. Yeah. You don't feel nothing. You're just doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's usually like hour 24.
It's crazy.
36 is as long as we went straight.
Man, I'm good. I'm good for 2.5. I'm good for 2.5 hours. I'm stopping somewhere.
Man, that's just a quick warm up for us.
I've been out for a couple of years. I got to build back up.
That's great. You work on building my guns. I'll work on building your.
I'll make you look good, man. I'll make you look good on that sleeveless. You beside a window somewhere. There.
Or going down the road.
You'll have your triceps popping out.
Exactly, with my beard flying.
Yes. Can't wait.
Man.
30 days. Let's do it. We'll do like a 30-day transformation video.
You serious?
Yeah.
You serious, Clark?
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's just go ahead and do it. Let's commit to it. You want it?
I want it.
We got the shop down in Nitro. Let's just do it.
You serious, Clark?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's make it work. I mean, you want to look good, right? You want to look good this summer?
What you?
And then we'll have.
We had to film the whole thing, right?
Yes.
That's true.
At least portions of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea.
Let's do it.
Code 3 and Rollin Throttle teaming up.
That sounds like a good team.
That does sound like a great team. That's a collaboration if I ever heard one.
Yeah. Let's just make it work, man.
Actually, it would be a great thing to do because, like we talked about, you have to be in shape.
You have to be.
Because that's also a safety thing right there.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're out of shape, you shouldn't even be on a bike. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
Because what are you going to ride? 15 minutes? 15 minutes ain't going to get you nowhere.
But it's the same thing. Like, physically, if you're not there, mentally, you're not going to be there either.
No, you're right, man. You're right. Because, I mean, if you're not in good shape, you're not in good shape. Let's just start there. Right? I mean, honestly, if you're not in good shape, you're not in a good headspace to even start motorcycling fully. Now, we could also get other people down at the gym. Maybe work on their shoulders.
Yeah.
Get that old injury so there's not another one of these. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't film you today.
I asked him if I needed to put one of those. Yeah.
I'm just trying to get more people down at the gym.
I asked if I needed to put one of those recluse auto clutches in that
Make it an automatic.
Yeah, that way you don't have to worry about the old clutch handle anymore.
Put an old Polaris clutch in it.
Grab my strong hand.
Damn, this is hardcore back here.
I know.
Stay on this side of the camera.
I am glad I got to meet you. All right, I guess we're going to do a 30-day challenge.
Let's do it. I'm up for it.
He's talking me into it.
I'm in.
Yep.
Are you in?
I'm in.
You're always working. The 30-day challenge is not picking up popsicles and eating popsicles at work.
But the gym is also 24/7. There's no excuse. It's a 24/7 gym.
No excuse why you can't.
And I have the keys to it, even if it's not 24/7.
It's cool. Cool. We know the owner. It's all right.
Yeah, and we can play the music we want to play.
You know, I did say today that I wanted to lose like 30 pounds.
You did.
I did say that. Like literally today.
But why lose 30?
I was eating.
Why does it lose 30 pounds instead of reshape the weight that you have?
Because I'd like to reshape and lose 30 pounds.
Don't we all, brother? Don't we all?
Maybe reshape in 15 to 20. We'll call it.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, Let's do it.
You know what? I want to do it because my condition, and we do it properly to show people that even though you got the condition, you can still be in shape.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%, man. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. All right, you heard it. We're going to do it. All right. So, stay tuned. Keep watching our podcast and keep watching all of our stuff. So, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, man.
And thanks for watching the two-parter here. Since Jason likes to talk long, we had to make this a two-parter. It's cool. It's all right. It's cool. I hope you're not drunk yet. It's cool. All right. Cool. Let's go to the next one.
Jason does these. Like, subscribe, share.
I do them better though.
That's funny. Can I go to my interview now?
Can I do my interview now, or are you going to keep talking?
Yeah. That's what makes this show funny.
Yeah. Unofficially, I talked to Alan the other day and stuff, and it's like so a little bit of airtime and a little bit of promo time for his gym.
Yeah.
He's gonna swap it out for gym memberships. I told him I talked to you about it. I just hadn't had a chance to talk to you about it.
I haven't even been able to make the 30-day challenge yet.
I know that, but we might as well. We want to throw our boy here throw our boy a bone here with this. So.
I feel bad because I want to do the 30-day challenge.
I do too.
I'm sitting there like, well, I'm
going to have to take off work for 30 days to work out for 30 days. I can't
make
make it tonight, Drew.
I'm looking at the schedule and I'm like, well, I can't make it here. We got to be out of town this weekend. We got to ride this weekend. We got this event.
It's busy. Got to get the guns. What was Alan saying there?
Yeah,
we got to get the gun show.
Yeah,
that way you're looking good.
Yeah,
you got the. Who's riding down the road?
I have to get ready by Smoky Mountain rally. That way when I go down to Tennessee,
I'm just gonna buy a corset. Suck it in.
But yeah. Anyways, that was an awesome interview.
Agreed.
I mean, I'm sorry we just got back into talking, but it was an awesome interview.
Oh man.
I hope you guys laughed. I mean, you guys were talking about the rungs of the ladder for safety and danger and stuff, and I'm back there going, me.
And like the coolest thing is like I think you didn't just interview somebody. You interviewed an awesome guy, and you made a friend. You made a speed friend
that understands.
You had an aha moment.
Yeah, he understands.
He understood that.
Yes,
that was great. That was a Step Brothers moment right there.
It felt like a Step Brothers.
It did.
Did we just become best friends?
That was excellent. I hope you guys enjoyed that.
I enjoyed it. He's an awesome guy. Like, he's easy to talk to. But how can I say this? I'm not trying to think. He's not a meathead.
No, not at all.
But he likes to stay in shape. He likes to have fun. Yeah. But he's not.
But it's not like talking to like a gym bro.
Right.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've known Alan for years, man. I'm telling you. Awesome dude. Eat Mexican, drink margaritas with the guy all the time. I told you all to kick it off. Told you all like it. He's a good dude.
You're right. And shout out again, Code 3.
Yes. Awesome guy. Go get your fitness on. Code 3 Fitness. Go get your
Code 3. Code 3 Fitness.
Code 3.
Code 3.
Code 3 Fitness.
Code 3.
If it's not fitness, he's going to change his name because this is what we're going with.
Code 3.
Code 3.
I'm just seeing how many times we can say
Code 3. Or are we going to do that thing like where you have to like I say lots of things and you have to bleep it out again?
No, I'll just put a counter down the bottom. We'll start counting to this episode. How many times? I will make sure I'll put a counter in this episode. See how many times we say Code 3.
Code 3.
Code 3.
Code 3. Code 3.
And then we'll send it to him.
Code 3.
Code 3. Like, Bobby, you should go see how many times Code 3 came up in this episode.
Yeah, Code 3. You said it again.
Right here. Code 3 with the
If you didn't realize it, his business is Code 3 Fitness.
You know what? Code 3. Let me put the website up right here.
Right here. Website. Bam.
Code 3.
I like it.
We're not done yet.
We're not done.
Code 3. But before we go, on a serious note, keep training, keep pushing yourself, right? But stay safe. Enjoy the ride. And Alan's right. You know, fitness is a part of safety.
Well, sure.
Yep. So
sure. It takes, I don't think people really, they don't realize it. You know, somebody just goes and rides a bike, and I'm not, nothing against it, you know, for weekend riders or, you know, 20 minutes here, 30 minutes there. The people don't realize when you start riding, especially long distance, how much toll that takes on your body.
Oh, yeah.
And being in shape,
Yep.
you know, not just being muscly or physically fit from that aspect, but just from a cardiovascular, from just a whole overall body fitness, how much that comes into play with the comfort of riding.
Yeah, we're not saying to go out there and be all like, ugh. No, just, man, little exercise.
And that comes into play with everything.
Yep.
Let's face it, there's not a darn one of us here that couldn't lose a pound or two. So
Probably. I
30-day challenge.
I just came back from the doctor and weighed in at 248. All right.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
I do not weigh 248. I think I've got to do something. I think I've got to take Alan up on this 30-day challenge thing.
I think I got called out and I have to do the 30-day challenge. Would you like to see us do the 30-day challenge? That's what I want to know. See us basically vlog our 30-day challenge.
Well, it's definitely motivation to do it, to say the least.
I started here, now become here.
Yeah. I can do this. I suck my gut in. I wear black shirts for a reason. They hide more of my gut.
Well, if you went to Code 3.
If I went to Code 3, I probably wouldn't have to do that.
That's right.
Well, there we go. I guess we're going to be, going to get some 30-day challenge action on here.
At Code 3.
At Code 3.
So, before we end this episode, all this awesome stuff, Code 3. What about our next guest?
Ooh. So, for you guys out there, you know, I hope you enjoyed Alan's interview. It was excellent, to say the least. But we got something even more special coming up. More special? Equally too special, just as great. Coming up for our next episode. Mm-hmm. We have Alan's wife, Dr. Carrie Lude. She is a psychologist, and we're going to be digging into the psyche of motorcycling, mental fitness of riding, attention, and the stresses and stuff that come around it.
That's right.
And we're going to psycho-evaluate Drew live right here.
That's right. We got a doctor live, and it's going to be great.
A real doctor.
A real doctor.
A real doctor.
And sometimes she looked at me like, what in the world are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. So next episode, you guys definitely are going to want to not miss this. It's going to be awesome.
Was it Aspire to Inspire?
Aspire to Inspire.
Yep.
Yep. Aspire to Inspire. So, yeah, tune in next episode because our next guest coming up, you're going to like this. This is going to be great.
That's right. Code 3.
Code 3.
Code 3.
Code 3.
All right. We'll see you guys later.
I'm Jason.
I'm Drew.
Code 3. We're out.
See this? See this factory suspension? You want great suspension? Go to rideh2.com. Pick you up an excellent made in America lifetime warranty suspension from H2 Performance. That's rideh2.com. They support our channel. We support them. So go over there, hit them up.